Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about our budget. Yes, for OFWs and our families back home. All right, we will take it one by one. So before we go ahead, this is Coffee Talk na nagsasabing ang pag-iipon ay hindi pagpapayaman. Ito ay paghahanda sa kinabukasan. All right, let's go. So again, the three topics that we've watched before is part one, part two, and part three of financial budgeting management. So it is a general topic about budgeting. So you already know about saving, investment, and security. So I am going to do it in details, what I did, so that you will know how to start yours. Of course, we can do it in different ways. We can put it in different way, our budgeting. But then I will just lay out what I did so that you have a template in doing yours too, right? So in budgeting yours too, because it is important for us to budget our hard-earned money. So without budgeting it will be very uh, messy, right? You got to think, you got headache, you get a lot of stress on your budget if you do not put it or write it down so that you can track all your expenses, and then you know how much budget you are going to put in that certain thing that you are going to buy or you are going to put as your saving, or how much. So it is important to write down and track all your expenses, and then yeah, the amount and how many years again that we use smart goals. So now I will expound it using my own budgeting, yeah, my own experience, what I did and how did I wrote mine, so you can make it as a template for your own. Okay, so this will be your income sources, this will be your expenses budget, this will be your jar system budget. What are these things? You have to put down in a specific uh, structure so that you will put the how much budget you are going to spend for that and how much budget you are going to put for as your saving for that certain item or certain matter, no? All right. So OFWs usually have their salary. Okay. Let's say salary. That is our main source of income. Remember OFWs? And in other place, they can do part-time job, they can do selling online, but here in Singapore, you cannot do that unless you do it creepy. You do it in, yeah. So with salary, we have other sources. Like for example, buy and selling, if you do, or part-time job, or yeah, if you do part-time job. If you have investment, you can put it, you can add here. Oh my God, our pen is not good. Put your investment here, right? And other sources of your income. Now, we have the expenses. What are these expenses every now and then that you are spending every month? Yeah, when you get your salary, what are these expenses that you're spending all the time? So I write them down here. All you can do yours in different way. Okay, so this is my expenses budget. I have here remittance. My remittance is $300 to $325. So how much is that in the Philippines? Actually, sometimes it reaches 12, 13,000. All right. So under remittance at home, I know where do they spend those money. So they spend in house rent, which is 1,800, education, which is 5,000, and food, which is 5,000, miscellaneous, which is 1,000, other expenses, which is 500. Ito na yung mga lodi nila, loads ng phone. So, education actually is 5,000, but sometimes they are free because that is a public school. So because that is a public school, it will be added to their food allowance and miscellaneous. So it doesn't matter, but their budget is 5,000, so they can use it as their food allowance if they don't have something to pay in school. Because as I've said, it's a public and it's a free school, so it is free. You see, so wise nga tayo. We have, if we can't afford to send them to a public school, then in a private school, then why not in a public school? They can also build their education there. They can also build their knowledge there. It's not only in private school. Okay, so it is convenient for them to use at least 13,300 pesos in the Philippines. That is the standard. But sometimes I send 10,000. Sometimes I send them 8,000. Sometimes I send 5,000. It depends on the budget that is existing on that month. See? So I have to adjust. I have to adjust. Yeah? So anyway, let's continue. EasyLink. Yung EasyLink dito sa Singapore. I'll just budget 10. 10. Anyway, I'm not a person who is going there and here and there. So I'll just, I want to walk from here to Lucky Plaza, or others will spend 100 or 50 or more than this, because every time they go for off day, they spend too much on EasyLink. But for me, I only spend for this $10. Food. Food is heavier. But why? Because I buy my food. When I go out, I eat outside. Then I put 80. But sometimes I don't actually spend too much on food. This is the maximum na ito. Minsan hindi ko pa nauubos yan. $50. So talagang sagad ang disiplina sa sarili, no? Sagad. And then clothing, I've said, when the pandemic started, I didn't buy anything. So I have other matters which I put at $30. But this one can actually adjust as long as you know where your money goes. And adjust every time there is free. You can actually join free. You can actually walk if you can walk. So, and discipline yourself. Okay, these are my expenses. Okay, so at least I track down so that I know where my money goes, where my income goes, right? Okay, and then we have the jar system. Jar system is your budget per your saving, per your needs, per your needs, right? So I have emergency fund, which is 10% of my salary, of my income. Education, this education is really very important for us. Like for example, you go and you join a seminar, you can pay, they ask you to pay food, or they ask you to pay ticket, but that seminar is all about your finances, because it is also very important for us to learn our finances, to be skilled when it becomes to finances, to be finances, in handling our finances. So education, I put it 5%, but actually I join free seminars. I don't join those who are paid seminars. I join free seminars, like for example, Pinoy Wise, financial literacy training. I do that. That is free. Oh, di ba? Walang bayad. Gusto nyo ba yung may bayad? May ibang seminar na may bayad. Kailangan mo magbayad ng fees like food. But this Pinoy Wise financial literacy seminar is free. Oh, saan ka pa? Gusto mo nang magbayad? So, this one actually 5% is not being used sometimes. So, what I did is to put it in the emergency fund. Right? Oh, I didn't write a long-term goal. So I have put 10% in my long-term goal. Oh, and long-term and short-term, actually. Long-term and short-term. Yeah, short-term. Oh, what does that mean by short-term goal? Those were the things that you're going to save for that for a certain year, or 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. That is the short-term goal. Long-term goal is your retirement goal, right? How do you do that? How did I do this? The long-term goal. Okay, I invest in SSS, Pag-ibig Fund, MP2. Why is that? MP2, you can always reinvest your money after 5 years, because the maturity period there is 5 years, right? Put your money right now. Every month, I put my investment on MP2. And that will range for 5 years. And then after 5 years, I have to reinvest. I have to reinvest it until I reach the age. So nakakatulong ito, yung long-term goal sa ating retirement. Malay natin kung when we become 60s, kailangan natin pala ng malaking pera. E di at least meron tayong nilagay sa MP2, no? Na pwede nating i-reinvest, reinvest, and reinvest. Nakasave doon. You cannot just take that investment anytime. You have to wait it until its maturity period, right? until its maturity period before you withdraw. But then my goal is for a long-term goal. So I said I am going to reinvest it every time its maturity period comes. Long-term goal is 5%, and then the short-term goal is 5%. Yeah. Short-term goal, I have investment. I put investment, right? I have investment in the SIDIN, that is stock. That is another kind of stock, no? SIDIN PH. So I have investment there for my short-term goal, or maybe longer than that. It depends. So as long as I reach that amount that I set for that SIDIN. So hinahayaan ko doon kasi pag na-reach niya yung amount na yon na sinet ko, na nilagay ko sa aking goal, then pwede ko nang withdraw as long as this SIDIN existed, right? And then I have house. Actually, I'm planning to build a house, but yeah, I put 5% on it. Ayan, right? Then give. Bakit yung jar ko ay may give? Give, meaning to say, giving. Give at least 5% of your money, of your income. When you are blessed, it is good to give, right? You become a blessing to other people. So as I said, do not just hold your money. Huwag maging greedy, no? Pag may pera ka naman na pwede kang tumulong sa ibang tao, kahit na maliit lang, maliit na maliit, basta meron ka, you can give actually. So I have put this 5%. But actually, I did it sometime, yeah, but for today, for now, I stopped first. I stopped because I really need help too. I'm looking for employers, so I don't think I can have the capacity also to give now because I'm in need, right? So these ones are your jar system. If you do this, guys, and you track down all your expenses, then I think you can manage your income well. And that is income management. You have to be skillful in and adept in doing your budgeting. Yeah, you can actually turn this. Like for example, this food, you didn't spend all the $80 in a month. What do? You can just save it. You can just put it there, and then in other matters, for example, you put in your saving. Yeah, you understand?
Remember to compute your income every month and deduct your saving and your expenses as much as possible. See to it that your expenses is not more than your income. If that happens, you'll resort to borrowing money, and remember that borrowing is another trouble unless you use for business to generate income.
So you have to learn how to say no. Huh? It's not every time you just give money because you are here working. Wow. Yeah. You are the breadwinner of your family, and you have families at home. You are the breadwinner, and whenever your brothers or sisters ask, you have to see to it that you have to learn how to say no, right? Yeah. Secure yourself as a breadwinner. Paano kung ikaw ay nagkasakit? Ha? Okay, let's say for example, like the one that my financial consultant said, what if you are the one who gets sick? Right? And you are the breadwinner. If you didn't secure yourself, what will happen? Think about that. Think about that. What will happen? So try to be assertive on your budgeting, on your income budgeting. Okay, so again, this is how to budget your hard-earned money. Budgeting is really important. If you do not track down your expenses, then it will be very hard for you to save money. As I've said, you have to secure yourself as the breadwinner. It's important to be wise. Again, be wise and manage your income well. Okay, so that every one of us will be successful in our goal for migration, and our reintegration will be successful. And then we will all achieve our goal for migration. Okay, thank you very much for watching. And if you didn't subscribe on my YouTube channel, subscribe now and click the bell button so you will be updated every time I uploaded videos. Okay, if you have questions, you just comment on the comment section below. Okay, thank you and goodbye. God bless you all.